Hi, and welcome to tonight's tutorial. I'm Pam Wrigley, and I am a bridal hairstylist. Now, if you have any questions tonight, then you can just put your questions into the chat box. It could be about tonight's bridal hairstyle, or it might be about working as a bridal hairstylist. But whatever it is, just get in touch and I'll do my best to keep an eye on the chat box. I often get carried away styling the hair, so please bear with me. If I miss any of your questions, just give me a little nudge. Um, let's think. Is there anything else I needed to tell you? We're going to do a lovely style with Hollywood waves. And this is a style that I actually did for one of my brides, not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before. And it just was exquisite. She was having a lovely kind of, I wouldn't say low-key wedding, but she was having a small intimate wedding. She was having a big party later on in the year in Portugal, but she was having the kind of register ceremony here in London. And this is the style. So I thought I'd recreate this style that I did for that lady today. She was called Joana. So we do these tutorials every week. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss another tutorial. And if you have any styles that you'd like to learn, then please send me your questions in, your styles in that you want to learn. Bear with me 1 second. Let me just try and sort this camera out. Better. So if you've got any styles that you'd like to learn, then just send them in to me and we will pick a style. You know, I do a style every week, a different style every week. So if there's something you'd want to learn, let me know. Let's get started, shall we? So we've got a lovely Hollywood wave here and I've got some little section clips in the hair. I also have an online bridal hair course. So if you want to learn how to do this style in depth, in detail, well, that and lots of other styles, then please join me for my online bridal hair course. We now have 2 courses. We have a beginner's bridal hair course where we go through everything, health and safety, hair prep. So whether it's kind of, working with tongs, creating beachy waves, Hollywood waves, whatever it is, you'll learn that on the beginner's course, and then you'll be ready to join me on the level 2 course. Once you qualify from there, once you graduate from there, you can get your professional insurance and start working as a bridal hairstylist. Don't wait any longer. So I've left one curl here so that I could show you what to do. As I was saying, we have got lots of new tutorials just about to be uploaded onto our e-learning site, and we've got a new Hollywood wave tutorial as well. So as I say, if you're not sure how to get this look, tune in and join me online. So let's see. So I put a little twist in this hair here. I've left just one section out so I can show you how to create this curl. Let me see where I should stand. And I think maybe here, that's better. I'll come a bit closer, actually. I feel like I'm a bit far away. Better? Better, I think. Okay, so we've got our first twist. The tongs go on top, go flat, come round, and we've got our next twist. So this technique of curling the hair, actually, I did put some heat protector on first of all, so I've put some styling care lotion on. This particular practice head has quite a lot of product on it. If I was doing this on a person, I would probably use a little bit of setting spray, setting lotion, or before I curled, or I might even use my Infinium hairspray. But this practice head, she's got a lot of product on there already, so I don't want to overload her. In fact, I think she's actually ready to, I think she's got enough on. I need to wash this practice head now because I've used it for quite a few styles. You don't have to wash your practice heads very often, but when they start, you'll be able to, she's got a little bit too much product build-up on there. And we do have tutorials on our e-learning site that tell you how to look after your practice head. Okay, just let that get a little bit warmer. Hello, Louisa. Hello, Adjoa. Thank you for joining me tonight. Okay, so we've got our curls. So, now, there we go. Now, I think one I did earlier, when you do these curls, see, this one's curling this way and that one's curling that way. You really want them, everything to be curled together, going in the same direction. So don't leave like I did this one about at lunchtime, I think. So I've clearly done it in a slightly different direction. So these waves might not sit perfectly together, but I wanted to do this one a bit earlier for you because once it's kind of cooled down, the product that you put on the hair leaves a little bit of a cast on the hair. So it kind of goes just a little bit crispy. You want to smooth that out. And then you get this lovely kind of with a beginning of a wave. Well, it is a wave. You just need quite a lot more sections of hair. So it looks like more like a wave and less like a curl. So this is still warm. So really you want to leave these until they're cool. That's it. Smooth that out and you'll get your lovely wave. And hopefully they're all going in the same direction. Now, I don't think your lady will necessarily want it quite that far over the eye, but you get the idea. And the technique that I use to curl the hair, it's kind of like there are quite a few different ways to curl the hair. The kind of old-fashioned way of putting a roller in or a heated roller would be to get your, let me see if I've got something I could use as a roller. So you would get your kind of roller and you'd roll down from the end down to the root. And if you do that sort of curl, you get a lovely kind of, just a bit of bounce at the ends, but not much curl higher up the hair. And then, so you could also hold the roller here and wrap the hair around. And basically what we're doing with the tongs is we're holding them close to the scalp. And as we wrap around, we put a little twist in the hair. And that's what gives us this lovely wave. Now, we do have tutorials showing you how to do these different waves and create different waves and different curls. So have a look out for those. And you could do it with tongs or with rollers. So we have, let's see now. The curl is going in the same direction. That's lucky. So now what I usually do, and I do this style, create this style for a bride, you can put a little bit of texturizing powder into the hair. It will help it all hold together. But personally, I wouldn't recommend you doing that whilst you're working on your practice head, because then you'll be washing your practice head every time you use it. If you keep using it, does, if you keep using that product, it does make it easier, but it also makes it much more difficult for you to use your practice head for another style. Okay, let me lift her up a little bit, and in a minute we're going to take actually we'll take the clips out, but what you would get if you use a little bit of texturizing powders, you wouldn't get these little gaps here, because you can kind of work the hair so it sits together and it holds together. But don't be too hard on yourself when you're doing this for the first time on your practice head. These little clips can also help to hold the hair together. So we have our wave. Now, the texturizing powder, this is one texturizing powder that I particularly love, and it is Big Sexy Hair Powder Play. Now, this is great because some of them can look a little bit ashy in the hair, but this one just disappears completely. So it is a fabulous texturizing powder to use. So let me lift her up a little bit. Let's just check my questions. Let's have a look. let's see. I understand you can do Hollywood waves and curls with rollers. Ah, so if I was going to do this a Hollywood wave, it's far better to do it really on tongs than it is to do. You can do it on heated rollers, but it's a very soft wave. And if you want this real kind of deep looking wave, you need to get a bit more heat on the hair. And that's what you get from the tongs. So let's take our clips out now. Let's create this fabulous ponytail. So, might even turn her around a little bit if I can do that without getting caught on the wires. Got the tongs there. That's it. That's better. Can still see her. So let's take these section clips out that have been helping us to hold the wave in. So we've got our new styles that we've got coming on our e-learning platform. We have we've got a Hollywood wave tutorial, and it does go into a kind of a lovely ponytail. And we've got, I had a fabulous model. That was on Caitlin. And then we have another lady, Jennifer. I'm going to pick up some hair from the sides here with, because we also do hairstyles for Afro hair on our e-learning platform. So we've got lots of braids, working with feed-in braids, working with a weave, and now we've got the new one that's coming up is going to be creating beautiful bridal hairstyles on dreadlocks, on sister locks, and it's just gorgeous. So let's see what we're going to do first. We are going to just bring our sections back from the front and just create a little twist, kind of low down-ish in the hair. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. Now whilst I'm doing this, I've got a mirror here. But actually I put some grips in my pocket earlier. So I'm not looking at the hairstyle from the front today, just because I'm showing you what to do. So the mirror is, actually, you know what, I'm using the screen here, the mirror's here. So I haven't got a mirror in front of my client, so I can't actually see. So let's not worry too much about what it looks like from the front today, because you can see, and I want you to see how you create the style. That's it, that's one. Whereas if you were doing this for somebody on their wedding day, then you would need to keep an eye on the front and make sure she's happy with it. Now let me just pick up that section, create this twist here, and then what's going to happen next? Our next twists are going to come up and we're going to create another twist on top. So you can position, have a play around, just play around with where you position these twists, whether you want them a little bit higher or a little bit lower. And if you notice, I'm not just putting a grip over the hair, because we don't want to have these pins visible. Ideally, with our bridal hairstyles, you don't see any hairpins, not one. So you can twist the hair here. So you have to get into the habit of securing the hair in such a way that those bobby pins are not visible. We can loosen the hair. She's a bit lopsided, I can see that. But this usually, in fact, it happens, if you join me every week, you'll know that it happens every week. When I create these hairstyles from the side, it always seems to be a bit skew with, but you get the idea. So now let's pick up some hair from the nape, just at the side of the nape of the neck, and we're going to create another twist. Now let me see, where do we want this to go? It could go high, it could go low. Let's have a little play around. Let's see if we put this a bit lower and twisted the hair a little bit more. Let's just play around here and see. Twist and pull. So what I usually do when I'm going to take it out a little bit further. That's what I'm going to do, out to here, so not so far in. When I do a trial with somebody, I always write down all the details. So you can take photographs, but I find that if I take notes of how I've actually created that style, because if you just take photos, then when you come to recreate that style, let's just lift this up a little bit, I think, and secure it just a little bit further out, maybe about here. It'll give some room for the other sections to come in. So if you just take photos when you do a trial, then usually what you'll find, I don't want to be in front of the camera, that's it. Usually what you find is when you come to do the wedding, you're looking at the finished product, and what you actually need to do is work out exactly how you achieve that style. So I always like to write everything down. So now I'm going to pick up another section of hair and bring it up and over to here and bring that in. So I always like to write everything down. So on the wedding day, when I arrive to see my bride, I can look through my notes, read everything that I did. So step by step, I'm going to achieve the style that she loved on the trial day. So that's it. Yeah, bring that in and up a little bit. And again, secure so it's not visible. The bobby pin isn't visible, that is. And then we're going to get, so it almost looks like it could be a ponytail, but it isn't. Make sure you leave enough hair down, bring that up and over and bring it in. Better. So it looks like it's a really kind of wide ponytail, but really it's just a little quick half up style. And it really is that simple. The thing with this style is the hair prep. So you do have to take your time, get the Hollywood waves perfect. You can loosen this a little bit. Loosen your twists a little bit. Don't take too much hair back, especially not when you're working on your practice head. Let me just have a look at her here. I feel that she needs to come down a bit. That's better. This is in the right place, but this one isn't. This one isn't. Let me bring this down. It's going in the wrong angle. Let's have a look. Better. In fact, I'm going to go back to here because I'm not happy with it. I'm going to bring this over a little bit further. We will get there. That's better. I'm going to bring it over a little bit further, and then I'm going to create that twist. So it's almost like that's better. Don't want to bring too much hair up, but we do want better because we've got to have enough hair down for this style. Much better. So it's just really 2 twists. Pop that in there. Lovely. I'm happier with that. Let's get my grip here. So take your time with the hair prep, and the actual creating the style is actually quite quick. Now you don't necessarily, this practice head, she's lost a little bit of her wave because the hair does need a good old wash. I think she's got just a bit too much product on her. It's ended up like a little beachy wave, even though it started off as a Hollywood wave because she's a bit weighed down. But let's see if we can cheat it a little bit and create a wave. I think we can. Pop a little pin in, across there. Let's do another pin across here. Aha. So we're just going to kind of recreate our waves a little bit here. And I have something else that I can show you that's a nice, another little kind of cheat to get this wave perfect. Well, it's not a cheat actually, it's kind of like a bit of a classic way of, that's better, of getting a fabulous wave, and I'll show it to you. But if you've curled the hair properly and you know she's got clean hair, then it will, you should get a lovely wave like this. That's better. But if your wave starts to drop a little bit, then get your little section clips. It's a bit like when you're doing finger waves and you put the clips into the finger waves to help enhance that wave shape. And you can also use these things called wave clamps. I don't know if you've ever used one of these little things, but you can pop them on to the edge of the wave. If they want, again, this is something that you would use if you were creating a traditional finger wave, and it just kind of enhances the crest of the wave. And I think my lady needs that today. So it's just like a little clamp like that. And it's just called a wave clamp, an old-fashioned wave clamp. And you just pop it onto the hair. Don't need to leave it for long, probably 10 minutes or so. And then when you take it off, you get a much sharper wave in the hair. So you can see that's all come back now. A little bit of spray. And we have our lovely ponytail with a Hollywood wave. Much better. And we could just, on this particular practice head, because she's got the ends are a little bit thin, we could just do with curling that hair under and just creating a bit more shape at the bottom where she needs a good old trim. Let me see. These tongs are still hot, not hot yet. So yeah, that's it. That's our lovely Hollywood wave. Or she's gone into a bit of a beachy wave. This is our lovely Hollywood wave. Just curling the hair under a little bit at the bottom here. Just because, as I say, she does need a trim. Lovely kind of half up, half down. Not quite a ponytail, but not quite full on kind of hair all pulled up. She's got more hair down than she's got up. Let's just position that as better. So we could pop a little accessory in there. Maybe across the back. Might look pretty. And secure that in. Whoops. Lovely. When I do the curls, thank you, Harriet's just asked me a question. Hi, Harriet. When I do the curls, yes, I would pin them up. It depends. If she wants a very, like that, my lady, so in the picture that we've used on the thumbnail, she wanted a very soft wave, so not too deep. So it was kind of just barely there. So I actually, with her hair, I didn't pin it up. I just created the curl and let it cool down and took it, and then we brushed it through. I smoothed the curl out. But if she wanted a much deeper Hollywood wave, then I would have pinned it up. And I haven't pinned the hair on this head either. But we do, Harriet, I think you are definitely one of my students. I think you've just finished your coursework. So thank you for joining me tonight. We do have a new Hollywood wave tutorial that will be uploaded later this week, and there I do pin all the curls up. So if you want to maybe log in the next few days, you'll see the new tutorial up there where I create the curls and pin everything in and then take it all out and create a gorgeous style with those definite Hollywood waves. See if we've got any other questions. Yeah, I think that's it. And Harriet, your certificate is in the post, so I'm hoping you get it this time. This is Harriet's just finished her course, and she's got a certificate. She should be getting it in the next few days. So yeah, well done to you for passing all your exams with flying colours. See if we've got any more. That's it. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'll see you next week. We don't know what style we're doing next week, but I am thinking about it. I did a gorgeous trial run on Saturday with this lovely bride, and no, Sunday, sorry. And I think we did a lovely soft messy bun, so we might do that one. I haven't quite decided. But if you've got any styles you want to learn, do let me know. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, if I can get my words out properly, and hit the notification bell. Let's have a look. Thank you, Natalie. Let's have a look. And we've got one more question. What size barrel? Well, the tongue I used today was a 24mm by Babyliss, but you can go a slight size up and you'll get a slightly softer wave if that's what your client wants. So I use a 24mm barrel. Thank you for joining me, and have a good week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.